To be undeafened or to not be undeafened? That is the question I'm going to be answering today. Just a little summary, basically, I was in a call with friends, and all of a sudden, I just got server deafened. Turns out I was gonna have to wait 17 minutes until I would be undeafened, so I decided to make use of my time and travel back to the olden days with some good old Shakespeare. I think I may have gotten a little bit carried away with it though. Anyways, if you're not interested in me reading Shakespeare for 14 minutes and 25 seconds, skip to this part for the conclusion. Anyways, really quickly, according to thine statistics, thou hast not subscribeth, so subscribe or you'll be executed. Anyways, pleasure yourself to thine cassette recording. The tomb of the Androcity, appearing the tribunes and senators aloft. Enter below from one side, Saturnius and his followers, and from the other side, Basilanius and his followers, with drum and colors. Saturnius, noble participants, patrons of my right, defend the justice of the cause with arms, and countrymen, my loving followers, plead my successful title with your swords. I am his firstborn son, that was the last that wrote the impartial denim of Rome, then left my father's honors live in me, nor the wrong of mine age with this indignity. Basilius, Romans, friends, followers, favorers of my right, if ever Basilius, Caesar's son, were gracious in the eyes of loyal Rome, keep then this passage to the Capitol, and suffer not dishonor to approach, the imperial seat to virtue consecrate, to justice, continence, and nobility, but let desert in pure election shine, and Romans, fight for freedom in your choice. Enter Marcus and Andronicus, aloft with the crown. Marcus and Andronicus, princes that strive by factions and by friends, ambiguosity for rule and impurity. Know that the people of Rome, for whom we stand a special party, have by common voice, in election for the Roman emperor, chosen Andronicus, surnamed Pius, for many good and great deserts to Rome, a nobler man, a braver warrior, lives not this day within the city walls. He by the Senate is assisted home from weary wars against the barbarous Goths, that with his sons a terror to our foes. Hath yoked a nation strong, trained up in arms. 10 years are spent since first he undertook this cause of Rome, and chastitied with arms our enemy's pride. 5 times he hath returned, bleeding to Rome, bearing his valiant sons in coffins from the field. And now at last, laden with honor spoils, returns the good Androcius to Rome, renowned Titus, flourishing in arms. Let us entreat by honor of his name, whom worthy you would have now succeed, and in the capital of Senate's right, whom you pretend to honor and adore, that you withdraw you and abate your strength, dismiss your followers, and as suitors should plead your deserts in peace and humbleness. Saturnius, how fair the tribune speaks to calm my thoughts. Basilius, Marcus Andronicus, so do I, ally, in my uprightness and integrity, and so do I love honor thee and thine, thy noble brothers Titus and his sons, and her to whom my thoughts are humbled, O gracious Lavina, Rome's rich ornament, that I will here dismiss my loving friends, and to my fortunes, in the people's favors, commit my cause, in balance to be weighed. Inert the followers of Basilius. Saturnius, friends that I've thus been forward in my right, I thank you for all here, dismiss you all, and to the love and favor of my country commit myself, my person, and the cause. Exude the followers of Saturnius. Rome be as just and gracious unto me, as I am confident and kind to thee. Open the gates and let me in. Basilius, tribunes and me, a poor competitor. First Saturnius and Basilius, go up into the capital. Enter a captain. Captain, Romans make way. The good Andronicus, pardon of virtue, Rome's best champion, successful in the battles he fights, with honor and with fortune is returned from where he is circumscribed with his sword, and brought to yoke the enemies of Rome. Drums and trumpets sounded. Enter Marius and Mutus. After them, 2 men bearing a coffin covered with black, then Lucius and Quintus. After them, Titus and Andronicus, and then Tamora, with Aureus, Demetrius, Syrion, Aaron, and other Goths, prisoners, soldiers, and people following. The bearers set down their coffins, and Titus speaks. Titus Andronicus, hail Rome, victorious in my mourning weeds! Lo, as the bark on hath discharged her fraught, returns with precious jodding to the bay, from whence at first she weighed her anchorage. Cometh Andronicus, bond with loyal thoughts, to resaluate his country with his tears, tears of true joy for his return to Rome. Thou great defender of this capital, stand gracious to the rights that we intend, Romans of 25 valiant sons, half of the number that King Primand had. Behold, the poor remains, alive and dead. These that survive, let Rome reward with love. These that I bring unto their latest home, with better amongst their ancestors, here gods have given me leave to heath my sword. Titus, unkind and careless of thine own, why sufferest thou thy son, unburied yet, to hover on the dreadful shore of Styx? Make way to lay them by their brethren, the tomb opened. They greet in silence as the dead are wont, and sleep in peace, staying in your country's war. O sacred receptacle of my joys, sweet cell of virtue and nobility, how many sons of mine hast thou in store? That house will never render to me more. Lucius, give me my proudest prisoner of the Goths, that we may heft his limbs on a pile, add mains, functions, sacrifices, flesh, before this earthy prison of their bones, that so the shadows be not appeased, nor will distribute with prodigies on earth. Titus and Andronicus, I give him to you, the noblest that survives, the eldest son of this distressed queen. Temora, stay Roman brethren, gracious conqueror, victorious Titus, rue the tears I shed, a mother's tears and passion for her son. And if thy sons were ever dear to thee, O think my son to be as dear to me. Sufficient not that we are brought to Rome, to beautify the triumphs and return, captive to thee and to thy Roman yoke. But must my son be slaughtered in the streets, for valiant doings in their country's cause? Oh, if to fight for king and common weal were pity in thine, it is in these. Andronicus, stain not thy tomb with blood. Wilt thou draw near the nature of the gods? Draw near them, then in being merciful, sweet mercy is nobility's true badge. Thrice noble Titus, spare my firstborn son. Titus Andronicus, patient yourself, madam, and pardon me. These are four brethren, whom you Goths behave, alive and dead. And for the brethren slain religiously they ask for sacrifice. To this your son is mocked, and die he must, to appease their groaning shadows that are gone. Lucius, away with him, and make a fire straight, and with our swords upon a pile of wood, let's hew new limbs till they be clean consumed. Exuth Lucius Quintus Martius and Mutilus, with Alibus. Tamara, O cruel egregious piety, Chiron, was ever something half so barbarous? Demetrius, oppose not Cynthia to obituous Rome. Alabris goes to rest, and we survive to tremble under Titus' threatening looks. Then, madam, stand resolved, but hope withstand. The self-same gods that armed the queen of Troy with opportunity of sharp revenge upon the Tricenum tyrant of his tent, may favor Tamara, the queen of Goths, when Goths were Goths and Tamara was queen, to quit the bloody wrongs of her foes. Re-enter Lucius Quintus Martius and Mutius, with their swords bloody. Lucius, see lord and father, how we have performed all Roman rites. Our various limbs are looped, and entrails feed the sacrificing fire, whose smoke like incense doth perfume the sky, remaineth none but to interior our brief brethren, and with loud Romans welcome them to Rome. Titus Andronicus, let it be so, and let Andronicus make this his last farewell to their souls. Trumpets sound, and the coffin lid entomb. In peace and honor rest you here, sons. Rome's readiest champions, repose you here and rest. Secure from worldly chances and mishaps, here lurks no reason, here no envy swells, there grow no damned grudges, here are no storms, no noise but silence, and eternity sleep. In peace and honor rest you here, my sons. Enter Lavinia. In peace and honor lived Lord Titus long, my noble lord and father, live in fame. Lo, at this tomb my obituary tears I render for my brethren's obscurities, and at thy feet I kneel with tears of joy, shed on the earth for thy Rome to Rome. Oh, bless me here with thy vicious land, whose fortunes Rome's best citizens applaud. Titus Andronicus, Kind Rome, that house thus lovingly reserved, the coronal of mine to glad my heart. Lavina, leave, outlive thy father's days, and fame's eternal date full of virtue's praise. Enter below Marcus Androcus and tribunes, re-enter Sartorus and Vesilas unattended. Marcus Androcus, long live Lord Titus, my beloved brother. Bro, it's this long? What? Oh no! Oh! Bruh. What do you mean? What do you mean? Back to the... yeah. Where was I? A goodly lady, trust me of the hue that would I choose anew, clear up fair queen, that cloudy continuance, thou chance of war hath wrought this change of clear. Thou comest not to be made a scorn in Rome, pricely shall be thy usage every way. Rest of my word, and not let discontent draweth all the hopes, madam. He confronts you, can make you greater than the Queen of Goths, Lavinia? You are not displeased with this? Lavinia, not I, my lord. Sith true nobility warrants these words in princely courtesy. Satinus, thanks to Lavinia, Romans. Let us go, ransomless. Here we set our prisoners free. Proclaim our honors, lords, with trump and drum. Florus Saturus courts, Tamania, in dumb show, Basidus, Lord Titus by your lead, this maid is mine, seizing Lavinia, Titus Androcus, how, sir, are you an honest then, my lord? Basidus, noble Titus, and resolved with done, to do myself this reason and this right, Marcus Androcus, scum, sick, is our Roman justice, this prince is justice ceased but his own, Lucius, and that he will and shall if Lucius live, Titus Androcus, traitors avaunt, where is the emperor's guards? Treason, my lord, Lavinia is surprised. Saturnius, surprised? By whom? Bassius, by him that justly may bear his performance from all the world away. Exeunt Basilus and Marcus with Lavinia. Mutius, brothers, help to convey her hence away, and with my sword I'll keep this door safe. Exeunt Lucas, Lutinus, and Martius. Lucius Androdicus, follow my lord, and I'll soon bring her back. Mutius, my lord, you pass not here. Titus Androcus, what villain boy, barrass me my way in Rome? Stabbing Mutius, help Lucius, help, dies. During the fray, Saturnius, Tamora, Demetrius, Charon, and Aaron go out and re-enter above. Re-enter Lucius. Lucius, my lord, you are unjust, and more than so wrongful and quarreled. You have slain your son. Titus Androcus, nor thou nor he are any sons of mine. My sons will never dishonor me. Traitor restore Lavinia, so to the emperor. Lucius, dead if you will, but not to be his wife. That is another's lawful promised love. Exit. Saturnius, no, Titus, no. The emperor needs her not, nor her, nor thee, nor any thy stock. I'll trust by leisure him that mocks me once, thee never, nor thy traitors, haughty sons, confederates, all thus to dishonor me. Was there none else in Rome to make a stale, but Saturn, full well Androcius? Agree these deeds with a proud brag of thine. That saidst, I beggeth, the empire at thy hands. Titus Androcus, O monstrous, what reproach words are these? Saturnius, but go thy ways, go give the changing peace to him that flourished for her with his sword a valiant son-in-law, thou shalt enjoy. One fit to bandy with the lawless sons, to ruffle in the commonwealth of Rome. Titus Androcus, these words are razors to my wounded heart. Saturnius, and therefore lovely Tamora, queen of Goths, that like the stately Phoebes amongst her mints, dost overshine the gallant dams of Rome. If thou be pleased with my sudden choice, behold, I choose thee, Tamora, for my bride, and will create the Empress of Rome. Speak, Queen of Goths, dost thou applaud my choice? And here I swear by all the Roman gods, Sith priest and holy water are so near, and tapers burning so bright and everything in readiness for Hymir's stand. I will not resalute the streets of Rome, or climb my palace, till from forth this place I lead espoused my bride along with me, Tamora. And here in sight of heaven, to Rome I swear, if Southern advance, the Queen of Goths, she will have a handmaid to be in his desires, a loving nurse, a mother to his youth. Saturnius, ascend, fair queen. Parthodon, lords accompany your noble emperor and his lovely bride, sent by the heavens for price Saturni, whose wisdom hath her fortune conquered. There shall be consonant of spiral rice, exeunt all but Titus. Titus Andronicus, I am not bid to wait upon this bridge, Titus. When wert thou wont to walk alone, dishonest thus, and challenge of wrongs, re-enter Marcus, Lucius, Quintus, and Marcus. Marcus Andronicus, O Titus, see what thou hast done, in a bad quarrel slain a virtuous son. Titus Andronicus, no foolish tribune, no son of mine, thou nor these confederates in the deed, that house dishonored all our family, unworthy brother and worthy sons. What do you want? What do you want? Huh?
We just want to tell you that we appreciate you as a person.
We appreciate you.
I was sitting here for 16 minutes.
We're so sorry.
Deafened. I'm like 1/8 through the whole entire Shakespeare play right now.
Oh my god.
We appreciate you. You are a good guy.
You're a good person.
Yes.
We're so sorry.
Why did I have to deafen for 16 minutes though?
We're so sorry. We were talking about Trent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I'll be honest, we were talking about Trent, and I don't know.
We're talking Sting.
You're such a good
For
person.
17 minutes?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry, my guy.